We're just down the road here from Amazon, the company that's leading the automation revolution, one of them. What responsibilities do companies like Amazon have to offset the impact of automation and job loss?
Well, it'd be fantastic if Amazon just came clean. What irritates the heck out of me is that Amazon seems to just be planting all these puff pieces everywhere about all the jobs they create. And Amazon, no doubt, creates a lot of jobs. But then you can't look at the jobs they're creating in isolation. It's like they open up a fulfillment warehouse that employs, let's call it 20,000 people. How many retail workers worked at the malls that went out of business because of Amazon? So first, the greatest thing would be if Jeff Bezos just stood up one day and said, hey, the truth is we are one of the primary organizations automating away millions of American jobs. We're creating jobs, yes, but we're automating, in all certainty, a much higher number. And I have friends who work at Amazon, and they say point blank that we are told we are going to be trying to get rid of our own jobs. Like, it's not like Amazon, you get inside there and they're like, oh, we're going to, make this like the most human-centered organization ever. It's like, no, the goal is to make yourself obsolete. And if you succeed, then we'll either have no use for you or, maybe if you're lucky, there'll be some other place for you in the organization. So we need to have an honest conversation about the impact of automation, and it would be tremendous if Jeff just came out and said, it's not our intention, but we are 100% going to automate away many other Americans' jobs.
Would you support Elizabeth Warren's plan to break up big tech, to separate companies like Amazon, the platform providers, from the applications on top of them?
So I think that aspect of Elizabeth Warren's proposal is correct, where if you are the platform, your natural incentive is to advantage your house brands and products over other products, and so that's what you do. and we should present that choice where say, look, if you're the platform, great, you can be the platform, but you can't just sell your house brand on top of it. And if people just can't resist that temptation, then ask them to divest those businesses would be appropriate. That said, I think that just a simplistic call to quote unquote break up tech companies is something of a 20th century approach to 21st century problems, where the dynamics of tech are such that consolidation actually in some ways ends up making sense. And this is what I mean. No one wants to use the fourth best navigation app, and there's no public interest being started being like, oh, we need to have you competing. It's like, well, maybe one of them just has the most data and then it ends up giving us the most accurate directions. It's one reason why we use Google and not Bing or, Ask Jeeves or whatever. It's like if there's one search engine that just gives us better results, it's like, what are you going to do, break them up so that we have some cruddier ones? Like that's not necessarily a solution. Or another example I use is that many parents are concerned that our social media apps are causing anxiety and depression in teenage girls in particular. Does forcing Facebook and Instagram to become different countries different companies solve that problem? No, of course not. So what are you trying to solve for? It might make you feel good to say break up tech, but it doesn't actually solve the problems. Just like turning Amazon into 4 mini Amazons will not revive Main Street businesses around the country.